Alongside Rod Woodson, I'm Kyle Yeomans with Evan Washburn down on the sideline with
draft class. Let's highlight some of the top guys that we're going to see in this game, and it starts with Venga Ioane, the offensive lineman out of Penn State. Big expectations for him to slide in. He'll definitely start this game. How long he plays, we'll wait and see. He's a young player. That has to be your currency early in camp. He's a big body wide receiver that this offense really hasn't had in a long time, that Lamar hasn't had possibly in his.
See plenty of those new fresh faces, and Rod, it's a new era across the board, brand new look at.
And a new era of college football where they have multiple uniforms. They're starting to do that in the National Football League, and the players love it.
They were defeated in the wild card round to the San Francisco 49ers. The Ravens, it's a new era after an 8-9 win. Tyler Loop has things teed up from the 35-yard line, going from right to left on your screen. Cole Wisniewski, the undrafted rookie out of Texas Tech, receives it at the 10-yard line, goes to the left side, and gets nearly to the 30. That is where the Eagles will take over. Preseason, you're still going to get a great look at initially. Tank Bigsby is the running back. Right center is Andy Dalton. He hands it right-hand side. Bigsby, with multiple flags flying in, gets the evening underway. Adrian Hill. It was Eli Stowers, the rookie out of Vanderbilt, called for the hold. Back at their own 20-yard line. Chest high snap for Dalton, looking right. It's complete outside, and a big hit initially. You like to see that as block line. Second down and 12. Right side on the sweep, and nowhere down and 10 for Dalton and the Eagles on their opening drive of the day from the 29-yard line. Two receivers left, one to the right, and movement up front early will back up the Eagles even further. Young coaches in this business know the stress level. Third down and 15. Dalton with a deep drop. Pressure off the right side. Dumps it off to the tight end. Underneath. Nowhere to go. As Grant. 12.5 to play in the first and counting. 4th and 7. And man does get a good one underneath this. Spiraling kick. Wester with some room to return. Shimmies left. Works right. Gets outside the numbers. Turns upfield at the 25-yard line. And he's pushed down at the 20. Behind center. Under center to start. 7th-year man out of Utah. Toss back to Adam Randall. Randall with the opening carry of his rookie season. Huntley, of course, has won some football games for this Ravens squad. This is important. Of course, Lamar Jackson looking on from the sideline. 2nd down and 8. Throw left. Open man. It's Matthew Hibner who reels it in at the 50-yard line. Down the left sideline. He's knocking backer back in coverage, and Hibner made him pay. Handoff to Randall on 1st and 10 from the 41 into enemy territory for Baltimore. Jeremiah Trotter with the stop after in that 1 year as a running back at Clemson.
He did.
And you would have to think of him some extra oomph when running the football in between the tackles. 5-step drop for Huntley. Dumps it off on the screen. Right side. It's caught by reps throughout practice and even in the stadium practice down at the University of Maryland, bringing up a 3rd down and short. Back to Tal Tolliver on the ground, then he pushes his way forward for 1st down. Huntley pressured off the right side, gets away from the pressure, but tripped up from behind. It's Jeremiah Trotter. It's Tyler Huntley off to a 2-for-2 start for 35 yards passing. Man in motion from right to left. It's Huntley in the shotgun. Steps back, swarmed behind the line of scrimmage. Can't go anywhere. It's a sack for Philadelphia, their first of the day. It was Byron Young and offense. Huntley with 2 receivers left. Tailback in the backfield. High snap. Huntley over the middle. Got it to Tez Walker. But before he could go anywhere, it was Jihad Campbell with the tackle.
Yeah, Tez Walker's just
on the left hash mark from 49 yards out. Kicking toward the Russell Street end zone. New system across the board for this kicking unit. Plenty of distance from Tyler Loop. And it is off and to the right. 7:25 left in the first. Still no score after each team's opening drive. It's his turn to run the program.
He coached the best position in football. He was a DB coach, and he's a lefty. And I'm excited to see what he does as a head coach.
Of course, this is his debut. Not the debut for Andy Dalton as the Eagles take over at the 39-yard line. Play action, bootleg to the left, complete out wide to Hollywood Brown, former Raven, and he's tackled at the 44-yard line after a gain of 3. No score after the opening drive. It was a 3-and-out for Philadelphia. A missed field goal from 49 yards out by Tyler Loop for the Baltimore Ravens. Play action, it's Dalton again. Rolling right, throws it low, tipped up in the air and intercepted. It's Adisa Isaac down the left sideline and he's into the end zone. These are the types of plays that as an official you're taught to let go as you go along, and then you turn around and you can fix things on the back end. So instead of the 43-yard pick six for Adisa Isaac, it is. See if Baltimore shows pressure here. They are at the line of scrimmage. Bigsby is the tailback to the right of Dalton in the shotgun. 3rd down. Dalton over the middle. Nobody home. Multiple purple jerseys close there as even right up.
They did a great job of getting back in their coverage, not allowing the receiver to find the open window. Incomplete ball.
This is an experienced quarterback, obviously, with Andy Dalton, and so far through 2 drives, Jesse Minter's defense has done their job. LeJonte Wester inside the 10, waves for a fair catch. He may have had some room to work. The offense back on the field when we come back to the bench. The play in the opening frame, no score between the Eagles and the Ravens week 1 of the preseason. Ravens take over from their own 10-yard line after a fair catch from wide receiver LeJonte Wester. It's Adam Randall on the carry, bounces outside to the right, tries to turn upfield close to the sideline, and maybe picks up a pair.
Yeah, that is Steve Bouchatti's guy. And
interesting transition. A lot of times you might see that vice versa. Had over 800 yards in his 1 season as the starter with the Clemson Tigers. Huntley rolling out right, has Hibner in the flat right side. It's caught as Matthew Hibner turns upfield, gets close to the marker, and it is a Ravens. Oh, close. It is not a first down. And they actually changed the spot, flipped the side of the yard line he was on, and it does give enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, Baltimore from their own 20. Play action from Huntley. Lines up, has Jacoby Lane over the middle at the 35-yard line. Turns upfield for an extra 3 over the top of Mac McWilliams for his first Ravens reception.
Yeah, Jacoby Lane just runs a deep over route. And you would like to see that ball probably thrown just a little bit earlier to give Jacoby an opportunity to catch it and run with it. But nevertheless, he has big hands. He goes up and catches it, and he does a tremendous job week in and week out throughout training camp in his first catch in the preseason.
And off to Randall on 1st down and 10. He plunges straight into the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. So it's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds, but it's been outstanding to watch so far in his young preseason.
5 for 5 so far for Tyler Huntley. Pressure right side, he'll take off, passes the line of scrimmage, and then goes down shortly thereafter. Picked up about 2. Looks like there may be a penalty marker down. Sure is, and it's in between the 40 and the 35. Indications is on the offensive side of the ball.
The interior defensive lineman trying to get to Huntley.
Back out of the shotgun again. It's Huntley with Randall. Pump fakes, throws to Wester right side. It was back behind in a rotational role at wide receiver. 3rd down and long for Tyler Huntley. Line to gains the 48. It's complete to Josh Cuevas, his first reception, but immediate
defensive lineman that was trying to get to Huntley.
First time we'll see Ryan Eckley, the rookie out of Michigan State, in the punting unit for Baltimore. It's Britton Covey back to receive, and this one goes out of bounds on the left. His 10th year, if you can believe it, in the NFL after establishing himself as one of the best edge rushers in football. Carry there from Tank Bigsby.
Beating up to game day is going to be critical for this defense.
Back to Bigsby. And the handoff from Dalton. Once again, nowhere really for Jesse Minter at the helm here in 2026. 3rd down and what is officially 5 from the 36-yard line. Dalton looks left, put it on the money, but turn it. Dalton State. Snap is away, so is the punt. Spiraling kick to LeJonte Wester back at the 15-yard line. He'll return this one. Evades the first man. Breaks back toward the hash bar. It's to the 20, and he's stacked up by multiple Eagles and pushed backwards. Forward progress to Elijah Tolliver. New quarterback, so Fignano, completes it to the right-hand side. There's the aforementioned Hibner that we have so far. 13-yard gain on his first pass attempt to Hibner. Now it's Tolliver, right side of the line of scrimmage. Picks up 1 on the carry.
Plan so they can evaluate the players on the simplest, littlest things that happen in football consistently.
High snap to Fignano, right side. It's Tez Walker, completion. Pushed out of bounds at the 41-yard line, short of the line by about.
This
kind of became his calling card
quarter.
in Twitters. Make the short trip to Baltimore. Once again alongside Rod Woodson with Evan Washburn down on the sideline of Kyle Yeoman. Start of the second quarter, no score between the Eagles and Ravens. Third down and short. Passing situation for Joe Fignano. And he completes it to Jacoby Lane over 22 just a couple weeks ago. Very young rookie with a high ceiling in the Ravens organization. Back to the ground with another rookie, Adam Randall. It's been act
you want from a young player, that's what he does.
The ABCs of catching. I like the teaching point there from Rod. Fignano with time to throw, looking right side. Hibner was downfield, got in a bit of a battle with the defense last year, over 3,400 passing yards. Third down and 6. Throw over the middle into danger. It was LeJante Wester as the intended target. Arnold Britton Covey back at the 6-yard line for Philadelphia to reel this in. It's a wobbling end over end kick. Fair catch made right at the 10-yard. Grab went for 18 yards as the Eagles take over inside their.
The biggest thing I like about him is that football, just football. He wants to have fun out there. He's always smiling. He's always having a good time. And when you can enjoy what you're doing, you can play really good football.
Tanner McKee in at quarterback for Philadelphia.
Being the play caller.
Couple of stops already for this Ravens defense. Chest high snap for McKee. Looks left. Tries to find Calvin kicks. Last year, as a rookie out of Illinois State, elevated to the active roster in week 6. Saw some playing time. Helping force another stop defensively. Wester picks it up on a hop at the 35-yard line. Has a seam up the right sideline. He's tripped up for watch parties and a whole lot more. Here from Baltimore. And my wife's thing, I know you like spicy.
Spicy is good.
It is good. 12:03 left here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 after a nice return by LeJante Wester have the Ravens in plus territory. Handoff, Adam Randall spins upfield on the left hash.
Potential, and getting him in the opportunity to play in the National Football League at that position is tremendous.
And it was phenomenal value in the 5th round. Day 3 of the draft. Fignano winds up right side to the hash mark.
Concentration on Tez Walker. When you throw that dig route, which is a deep in cut for the
Fignano. Handoff, Randall left side off of the guard. And forward progress has him stopped at the 18. 2 receivers to the left. Fignano out of the shotgun. Tez Walker to the right with the tight end to that side too. They throw it that way. It's Hibner. Hibner with the grab at the 15-yard line. Sam on the tackle. Pickup of about 3. The Ravens so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 here in this opening half. High snap, Fignano with time over the middle. It's Jacoby Lane, caught at the 2, dives for the end zone, and he's in. Jacoby Lane stamps the debut with a touchdown, and the Ravens strike first.
Breaking a tackle on the 2-yard line to get into the end zone.
The question coming through a quarter and a half so far. He's done a pretty good job of transferring that from Owings Mills here to downtown Baltimore.
I know the coaches on the offensive side for the Ravens are overly excited for Jacoby Lane.
There's been a lot of excitement, even the fans loving.
In practice, on the sideline, that's infectious to the rest of the team on the sideline. Good, bad, or indifferent, he's going to have
to the first touchdown drive. It's Philadelphia on the return. Upended after a nice play by Tez Walker. Walker running down on special teams. Throws his blocker into the returner, Quez Watkins.
Say, listen, I know you can play receiver, but can you play on special teams.
First down and 10 for Philadelphia from their own 23-yard line. Under center is Tanner McKee. Turns, gives, upfield. Good run on first down, but we've got to go down to the sideline as Evan.
Lamar Jackson, good to see you, my friend. It wouldn't be preseason without you here on the sideline. Year 9 for you, a lot of new head coach, new offensive coordinator, some new weapons. Jacoby Lane just making a play. We'll get to that in a sec, but just what has this training camp been like?
A lot of hard work, dedication, a lot of accountability. You know, we just having fun.
What have you appreciated about the new vision that Jesse's brought to this team?
How dialed in he is. Just not him, but all the coaches, you know, and all the players. You got everybody moving as one. Right?
Scheme. How have you and Declan tried to maybe expedite that chemistry and get on the same page quickly?
We have private meetings, you know, just watching film, grading myself. You know, he's grading me like.
First time or first season with a new OC, MVP, MVP. Should we expect a third here in year 1 with Declan?
You know, that's not the goal. You know, that's just it happened. You know, but hopefully it's something.
But now we're seeing Jacoby Lane just every time on the field, whether it's practice, now a game, make plays. As the guy throwing him the ball, what do you like about his skill set?
Man, I don't know, his aggressiveness to go get the ball. You know, he's attacking the ball. He's not really letting the ball just come to him. He's attacking it. Big hands, you know, tough receiver. That's what we need. We need that.
Have you had a guy like that before that's had that kind of maybe catch radius?
Seen Odell make flashes, but those guys wasn't in so much, you know. So just seeing this guy be so young and doing what those guys did when they was young, it's amazing. It's amazing. One of the sky's the limit for him.
Last couple for you. You're a coach on the sideline tonight, but this week you guys hit some joints with the Vikings. How critical is that period in terms of development for you in the offense?
Just getting the feel for the game, because obviously I'm
this group week 1 against the Colts.
Just gonna have to see. Just gonna have to see, man. You just gonna have to see.
Perfect tease. Always great to hang, man. Good to see you. Stay healthy.
Yes, sir.
Awesome stuff, as always, from Lamar and Evan down on the sideline. That is a bond unlike any others. Will Shipley has been busy on this drive for our audio-only listeners. Shipley with a couple of 8-yard. That's the type of stuff that the head coach is looking for in his debut.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to see his defense keep playing fast.
And it's back to Shipley. A penalty marker flies from the back judge.
We know what Derrick Henry is going to do. We know what Zay Flowers is going to do. If you get Jacoby Lane to come in with Mark Andrews, they got a lot of weapons on that offense.
Completion outside the numbers to Covey. Gets past midfield after the penalty marker. And he sets up third down and about 11 from the Ravens 46. There's Derrick Henry on the sideline. Lamar Jackson saying he doesn't anticipate to play any preseason.
The youngest of 11 siblings, so we know that he's tough.
That was an incredible conversation as McKee over the middle got hit as he threw it. It was Zion in the backfield. He was 11 siblings. He said not a ton of them played sports, but they're all excited for this opportunity. And they said little bro made it to the NFL. That was a special moment for him back in April as this punt trickles over.
At the 11-yard line, it'll be first down and 10 from that spot, Baltimore.
What I love about Zion with these Ravens for the next several years.
Vignano back at quarterback. It's McMillan in the backfield. This one a wobbly pass over the middle. Under center now for Vignano. Elijah Surratt in motion from left to right. They go to McMillan out of the backfield, and he maneuvers to the right, cuts up to the 29-yard line, picks up 3 on first down.
For where you belong inside of each play, you can start letting your natural ability come to the forefront.
Plenty of production in his final year at Eastern Michigan. Go to him again. Second down with some running room right side. Got to the first down marker past the 38-yard line. Receiving yards with 3 receiving scores a year ago. He's subbed down for Tau Tolliver. And there's motion up front. Baltimore 32-yard line going from left to right. 2 receivers stacked to the left side. Play action from Vignano. Looks that way. Tosses. Open man. Sliding back to the football to make the grab.
Because I'm a Boilermaker. But
That's
yes,
true.
they won the national championship. The Big Ten has done it how many years in a row?
3 years in a row. How about that? Always something to hold on to there, Rod. Tau Tolliver Gets past the 45-yard line.
A free football, go out and have fun and let the chips fall where they may.
Play action to Randall. Bootleg from Pignano, right side. There's Surratt again. Past the Martania native. First down and 10, Baltimore from the Eagles' 38-yard line. Looking right. Another open receiver on a curl back to the football. This time. There's a quick completion again. They've been utilizing the middle of the field. There's Surratt as you took a look at his player profile. Now, of course, he made a tremendous impact on a national championship team. They thought he was pro ready. They'll look that direction again. This time it's Xavier Guillory who did. They scored on their first trip. Pignano under center. First and goal from the 5. Man in motion is Wade. They fake it to Randall. Pignano bootlegs right back of the end zone. It is caught by Ringo. Did he get both? News of WBAL Channel 11. As McKee looks right, complete, past the line of scrimmage and up the field. Remember, he only had one interception in his final season at the collegiate level. So not normal for Pignano, who had a really good start era.
Great touchdown drive.
Jesse, appreciate the time. First half, a lot of young guys making some plays. What were you most pleased with?
Just kind of how we played. I thought we played really physical on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Like the way the defense started the game. Like the way the offense got some drives going. You know, and I think the quarter made a great play down there at the end of the half. So let's just come out and attack and see if we can be a second.
Big, but you just got to go out there and play football. And if you can do that, they'll have fun and they'll let their abilities come to the forefront.
Kick is away. Start of the second half. 7-0 Ravens. It's Wester from the 5-yard line. Turns up at the 30, and he's shoestring tackled by
the ball and run with it and catch it. So he has to continue to do that and get rid of that last play or last pass play that he had in the end zone.
It's Adam Randall on the opening.
Around him, and Joe Lombardi and Marcus Brady. There's so many different coaches that can help him out in the meantime, but I think he has great vision. When we talked to him in the meeting a couple days ago.
Right open, Hibner over the middle of the field for a first down. First and 10 from the 40. Turn, give, it's Randall spinning off a tackle, and he picked up 5.
He doesn't sound young. He sounds like an old soul, and he's been coaching for quite a while, but Ravens.
There's a completion to Wade for first down yardage. Ravens back in Eagles territory. Handoff here. It's McMillan. More on that after this first down and 10 from the Eagles 38. Play action from Pignano. Winds up, throw over the middle. It's to Wade, but it's in plays through entire scenarios as time would go on. Completion out left to Surratt, who breaks through a tackle, picks up extra.
My head, once I get across the 40, I'm going to do this on the right hash. If it's in the middle of the field, I'm going to do this. If it's on the left hash, I'm going to do this. So the moment is not too big for him today.
And that's...
I don't know. I like to see his plays.
Exactly. I asked. He said he didn't have them as this one's overthrown from Pignano to Surratt. Connection between Lamar and Declan. Third down and 9. Pignano pressured off the right side. Gets the pass away. But Adam Randall is underthrown.
I thought that was a good call. If they could have got that screen, if the ball could have...
Kick from inside 50 yards last year. With a new holder in Ryan Eckley. This one from 42. Good snap, good hold, and that one much better. Right down the middle for Tyler Luke. That's what we've seen from Luke through training.
Him outside of that one interception that he threw late in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, played at Maine from 2019 through 2022 and then made the jump to UConn. Played there for 3 years. He did have a wide receiver drafted in April, Skylar Bell, who was a fun draft prospect in his own right, but those two had a great connection. 28 touchdowns, 1 interception last year at UConn. Eagles.
And Anthony Weaver said, look, I want 11 guys, helmets to the ball, every single snap, every single play in this game.
Will Shipley is the tailback. Under center is McKee. They go to Shipley. Nowhere to go. Multiple jerseys in purple. Olajigba is in the back.
Yeah, Martin.
Of 3 on first down. McKee now back in the shotgun. Over the middle, it's complete, but bobbled initially, held on to by Stowers. TJ Tampa barreling down over the top.
To the number 2 receiver, he came back in and made the play.
Successful 5 out of 5 times so far tonight on defense. This time 3rd and 7 from the 31. Chest tie snap to McKee. He looks to his right. Pressured. It's Martin again for the sack. Keon Martin with a tackle for loss and a sack out of the secondary brings up 4th down.
Yeah, it happened.
That's big calling card for Jesse Minter here. Elijah Surratt is back to receive the punt. Did not do so in college, but does slip up the right sideline for some extra yardage. There,
One of the gunner ran out of bounds.
During the timeout.
So a nice return from Elijah Surratt is wiped off by the flag. 10-0 Ravens with the ball next.
Room, which is filling up with some talent. Obviously, you're leading that unit. What do you like about the versatility it brings when you add Jalen to the mix along with Malachi?
Yeah, it's a ton of guys in that room, not just safeties, but speaking of those two, like they can play all over the field, and I try to factor in that equation as well. It just allows Jesse to kind of move us around and use us all as chess pieces.
Still early in the process, but having Jesse leading this, not just team, but for you, this defense, what's his style as a coach and a play caller?
Very deliberate, very detail-oriented, and, just go with the flow kind of coach. And never gets too high, never gets too low. And obviously,
from a defense against their unit.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. We got 2 days of good work against a great team, a great organization, and take the younger guys on the road, like first time on a road trip kind of thing, and get kind of acclimated with that. But the practices, like those joint practices, it's great work. And, you get 1-on-1, 7-on team periods. It's physical. Obviously, everybody's professionals, try to keep each other safe. But at the end of the day, like that's the closest you're going to get to in-season, in-game reps. So super talented, especially receiver core, offensive side of the ball, and excited to go up against them for a couple days.
Another addition on the defensive side, Trey Hendrickson. What have you seen from him early as a guy who's built a pretty impressive resume as a pass rusher?
Yeah, I mean, keep it simple. He gets to the quarterback. That's what he gets paid to do, and he does it. So I'm excited to have him on our side instead of watching him across the field past few years. But, there's not a lot of him type players in the world. Like it's great to have him on our team, and credit to everybody who got him here. And he's been a great addition, just in the locker room too. Great guy, gelled really well, and he's appreciative to be here, and we're appreciative of having him.
We touched on this offseason, but just how would you describe the urgency for this team, this new version of this team going into this year?
Yeah, I think there's always a sense of urgency just being in this league. And, Super Bowl playoffs obviously isn't guaranteed. We didn't make the playoffs last year. So just kind of sharpening our tools every day and take it one day at a time. But we know we're building blocks to get to the point to where we want to compete and win a championship. So there's definitely a sense of urgency to be great now. I know that's what these fans want. I know that's what we want. I know that's what our owner wants and our coaches, everybody involved. So we're all on one accord, and just excited to get to it.
Always good to catch up. Appreciate you, Kyle.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What a way he has made a career for himself. Arguably, if not definitely the best safety in the NFL. Kyle Hamilton chatting with Evan Washburn down on the sideline, catching you up for a couple of first downs for Baltimore. Fignano completed a pass to Lucas Scott, the fullback, for 7 yards. And then it was McMillan for the first down. And then Tal Tolliver had to fight for it, but put up extra yardage through contact to move the chains. It's 1st and 10, Baltimore from their own 44-yard line. Another drive, though, for Fignano where he's taking what the defense gives him. This is the type of game management you like to see.
I mean, you like to see it in general with your quarterback, getting a read on the defense, and he's done that consistently throughout his time being on the field tonight.
Scott in the formation again. It's an I formation. Back to Randall. Scott, the lead blocker. Randall bounces off of a defender and twirls down into Philadelphia territory, about a yard shy of the marker. 3rd and 1 from the Eagles' 48. 4:45 and counting in the third. Like I mentioned a moment ago, it's 10-0 Ravens over the top of the Eagles here in preseason week 1 of the 2026 season.
But you like this style of football if you're the Baltimore Ravens. Run first, quarterbacks taking what the defense is giving them, getting rid of the football, not getting overly excited about everything, but just making sure that you do the little things the right way consistently.
Ravens 3 for 7 on 3rd down. They'll throw it again. Wobbly pass outside, complete to Surratt. breaks a tackle. Surratt fumbles the football at the 35. Philadelphia hopping on top of it. Thomas recovers. Sean Wade with the punch out of Elijah Surratt, who was fighting. Visit BaltimoreRavens.com/sacks for science. First play after the turnover for Philadelphia. Gain of a couple. Here's a look at that sack by Martin.
Yeah, Martin just comes underneath the edge rusher. Got lost in the shuffle and made that play. Man, that's when I was
showing off a bit of that speed and no reaction time for Tanner McKee, who's back at quarterback again for Philadelphia. McKee looking right to the tight end. That one dropped, and finally a whistle. 6 on 3rd down tonight. Chance number 7 on 3rd and 10. McKee winding up right, overthrows his target. Darius Cooper on the out route to the football league. Surratt back again at the Ravens 25-yard line. It's a spiraling kick. Surratt works to his right, reels it in at the numbers. Shimmies around a defender past the 30-yard line, stacked up at the 32. Jesse Mint, Rio de Janeiro, first ever NFL game from Rio. Maracana, iconic soccer venue down in South America, but now football gets to take center stage. As
they speak Portuguese.
To the left side, one to the right. Quick drop underneath. That one is caught. It's Ty Pezza with first down yardage past the Ravens for Fignano. Running back is McMillan. They put Wade in motion. Dayton Wade takes the carry out of the slot position and immediately tackled after a gain of 2 by Host quarter. So 10 points possibly left on the board for Baltimore, but they have controlled this football game throughout. Another nice pass over the middle to the veteran Chris Moore. First down around during the early portions of his career. Under 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Handoff to Tolliver, nowhere going this time. It's 10-0 as we go to the final frame in Baltimore. Rave down and 9 from the Eagles' 34-yard line to begin the 4th. Fignano still at quarterback. His debut pro level. Adam Randall on the carry. Picks up about 5, making this 3rd down manageable.
By that is that if you can get 3+ yards on 1st down, you're always in front of the chains. If you get less than that, then you're behind the chains and then your play calling.
Fignano. 20 completions, 26 tries so far. Throws it again into a tight window. And that one snagged by Dayton Wade. Just outside the red zone from the Eagles' 22-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Surratt still in the game for Baltimore. Fignano evades pressure. Now steps up. He'll take off and run, but he dives forward, picking up a pair. Fignano, who just had...
You really don't want your quarterbacks to run a whole bunch outside of a guy like Lamar Jackson who can do that.
He can run pretty well.
I think he's pretty good at it.
It'll be a later conversation. Under center, Fignano turns, gives McMillan, and he is stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Munden.
Long, so this is going to be making sure that the quarterback takes care of the football, understanding also
3rd and 9 from the 21. Fignano. All sorts of time. Looks, has the pass tipped over the middle. There is a down, or maybe was dragged down. If that's the case, it could be holding, and then the tip pass doesn't matter.
That's right.
Here's the call. Thomas just takes Moore to the ground. Thomas, a veteran as well. Both of those guys have seen their 4 back in the red zone. From the Eagles' 15-yard line, play action to McMillan, bootleg left. Fignano throws a strike over the middle to Guillory inside. First down and goal from inside the 5. Under center now. Randall, the tailback, they give it to him. Pushes forward for 1, breaks a tackle, and he's into the end zone.
Did he keep the ball? He did not. Oh, he's going to want that ball back, man. I know it's preseason.
Tyler Loop on for the PAT, and it is right down the middle. 17-0. Ravens on top.
Says, get off of me. I want to get into the end zone.
Like you said, a pretty considerable margin.
Dominating. Time of possession, 14 minutes of 34. They did not do that sometimes in the regular season. Finish the game. Learn to do this because you play in.
17-0, 11:24 left. Kick is away from Tyler Loop. as Ukama on the return. Again, poor starting field position. You talk about all three phases. The kicking game, the punting game, also adding in to the
for me, because sometimes those players don't make a lot of plays in practice, but on game day they can continuously make plays. Those are the guys who are going to be on the active roster.
New quarterback in for Philadelphia. Struck a chord with you being a lefty. Cole Payton, one of 4 lefty quarterbacks currently in the NFL. Two-time FCS national champion in at quarterback for Philly. 11 minutes remaining in the fourth. Out of the shotgun now for Payton. Throws to the right. It's complete to the tight end, but immediately brought down by Robert Longerbeam. On paper, Longerbeam should not win that battle, but he certainly did there. Packs a punch. Second down and long. Payton rush from behind. Isaac in trail. He's able to get away and throws it away. Hot in pursuit of Cole Payton. Mitch Versa. See what happens here on 3rd down and 17 for the Eagles' own 15-yard line. Payton lofts it up into coverage. Tipped but incomplete. It's Waters. It might have been Longerbeam's interception.
Longerbeam went up, and the ball went right over his hands because he thought the ball was not going to be tipped.
On 3rd down. This one in the air, spiraling to Dayton Wade, who's at the 35-yard line. Has to go to the ground to pick up the punt. Able to get back up, and he's pushed out of bounds. Today, of course, but having him back and healthy creates a little bit of competition inside that linebacker.
Where he belongs inside of the defense week in, week out. But if Rowe is the guy that I know he can be, this inside linebacker room is tremendous, because when Agent Zero shows up,
quarterback Reed, who was signed midway through the week to play a little backup quarterback, Skylar Thompson heading to IR action. And I think my question then becomes, how much of a playbook can you get into? Reed
That's what I was
have
getting
a
ready to say.
Nice throw over the middle. A flag flies in. See what the penalty marker is.
Before the pass, holding defense, number 22. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
First down automatically.
Hitter, when we got a goose egg on the scoreboard, we don't even talk about it on the sideline.
Oh, yeah, no, it's pretty remarkable, but it was definitely spoken about at halftime, and it's all about finishing with that. You start with it, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and all these guys have been playing amazing out here. Very happy to see a lot of the guys make a lot of great plays out here.
Yeah, there's some nice additions to this defense. Trey Hendrickson's probably the headliner. But what do you like about the young guys and what they brought?
Yeah, man, I would say a group of very cerebral guys, young guys that are willing to do whatever it takes to put themselves in position, and obviously knowing just with the defense being a very tough place to play defense in Baltimore, but guys hate to see it, like my guy Jay Higgins went down earlier, but the other young backers, Reed, Double D, and Pop, those guys are playing amazing, and the defensive line as well. So I'm just excited to see all these guys keep teeing off, making plays for themselves and changing their lives.
You've seen a lot in this league. What makes Jesse Minter's defense different?
Yeah, man, I think he's a very calculated guy. I enjoy playing for calculated guys. He takes risks at right moments. I think his track record speaks for itself. I'm just excited speaking with guys across the league like Durham, who played with him for a while and just has so many remarkable things to say about him. I'm just excited for the Ravens Nation, and also the players, as we already know, to see how calculated and how great it's going to be for Baltimore.
What's he like in the headset as a play caller?
He's direct, right to the point. It's no stuttering, anything like that. So
clean.
It's very clean. So I enjoy that. And yeah, I'm excited for it when it actually means something. Obviously, this means something as well, but when it gets real. But it's been a great job with him throughout all of our training. So I'm excited for us just to keep growing.
When you've been doing this as long as you have and obviously established yourself here in Baltimore, what keeps motivating you when you're putting in that work in the offseason?
I think it's very simple. First and foremost, the game of football. When the game of football is taking me so many amazing places, giving me an opportunity to meet so many amazing people, guys who I'll cherish for the rest of my life, like that, and just the countless opportunities. And also, it's just the game I love, and a game, something that you love, you're willing to do so much for. So anytime things get tough, you always just think about your why, and whatever your why is, whether that's money, whether that's brotherhood, or whether that's the game of football in general, your family. You think about that, and that'll take you to a deep place where you're willing to put it all on the line for the little of nothing. So I think for myself, that's what it is for me.
Last one for you. Does week 1, September 13th against the Colts seem like a long way from now, or are you thinking about it?
Definitely thinking about it. I would be lying if I wouldn't say. I'm not saying it's not, but like my discipline taking me back to now, because you have to be in the moment at the end of the day. If you're not in the moment, you're overwhelmed yourself. And I know that process. I'm very respectful of it, and I know it's going to be here before we know it. So I'm excited once it get here, but I'm just still sharpening my knife, and we're sharpening our tools until that time comes.
Enjoy sharpening them in Minnesota this week.
Absolutely looking forward.
Thanks so much to Roquan and to Evan on the sideline. My favorite part of that interview, he was asked about Jesse Minter. The Ravens into Eagles territory, but just this last snap, a sack to Austin Reed, loses 9, setting up 3rd down and 18. Reed steps up, throws a bullet inside them after the personal foul. Nice throw, too, to Elijah Surratt on that in-breaking route. 1st and 10. Handoff again. Right-hand side. Eastern Michigan. His debut as well. It's been 3 years at Eastern Michigan. He's to the left of Reed in the backfield. Reed flushed out left. Pep fakes. Now he'll take off and run. Reed into the end zone for a Hours. Well, he just led a 14-yard scramble into the end zone for the touchdown to put the Ravens up 23-0 over the top of the Philadelphia Eagles. PAT up and through. Reed capping off a 62-yard drive, just about as long as he's been in the building.
McMillan takes his defender to the back pylon, and Austin Reed goes to that front pylon. He is running his heart out.
Rushing touchdown as a pro. Makes it 24-0 Ravens. On the return, it's Zukama again for Philadelphia. As we take a look at our defensive play of the game, and it's Keon Martin, first sack of the preseason.
Yeah, that little nickel dog